Hello there, and welcome to another episode of the Malik Show Live. I am your host, Malik Shabazz Sullivan. I am so glad that you have decided to come and see about us one more time. Before we get into tonight's show, I personally and publicly want to thank all of my followers on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and those that know me on a personal level. Thank you for your support and your love on the 1 year anniversary show, which was taking place last September, last month. We have had an amazing show. I want to thank Mr. Jeffrey Corey for being our 1 year anniversary show guest. And might I say, it was an awesome time that I had. So thank you all for your love. Tonight is solo dolo for Malik. So it's not the first time that I have done a show by myself. So hey, but let me just say, I'm kind of glad that tonight I am by myself because I have watched, I have seen with my own two eyes nothing but black excellence. And I'm so glad I got my black. Well, I'm always in a polo, but tonight I'm in black because tonight we are going to talk about black excellence on something that has happened, something that has transpired on this past weekend. But before we get into that, for Hot Topics, I would like to pay tribute on my show to the queen herself, producer. We have a lovely picture of this lady. Um, but we're going to wait for our producer to post the one and only Lady Diane Carroll. Yes, the one and only. As you all know, Diane Carroll started, well, you know what, just to give you some information on her, she was the first African American woman to have her own TV show or sitcom on national TV. If I could be wrong, but I'm just trying to, get some, hopefully I said that correctly. But I know and grew up to Diane Carroll on Dynasty as she played with Joan Collins, one of my favorite actresses. She also played in A Different World as Jasmine Guys' mother. I've seen her in that. And also, let me just say, she's just a beautiful woman. She is very fashionable, and fashion is right up my alley, but she stands out. And one thing I will say that she taught me is don't sleep in your clothes, get another room and put them in. Y'all catch that phrase in a minute. But again, Diane Carroll has left us. As it says, she was a captivating singer actress who came from the Bronx to win a Tony Award, receive an Oscar nomination, and make television history with her roles on Julia and on Dynasty. Diane Carroll has died at 84 years old of cancer, and she was survived by her daughter and her grandchildren. But she passed 2 Fridays ago. Might I say, she will always be remembered. I personally am a fan of hers, and might I say, I personally would like to pay tribute to her, that may she rest in peace. Her legacy will live on, and thank you for your contribution and your support to what you have made the world an impact. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. I am so excited and I am so glad that on tonight on the Malik Show, we have the theme Black Excellence Show. Last weekend, last weekend, the one and only Tyler Perry. Let me just say this. For the producer, we're going to move on to the picture. Let me just say this. Tyler Perry is definitely, let's go to the logo, producer, then we're going to go to the pictures. But Tyler Perry is definitely one of my favorite actors. Ever since the Medea has been out, he has definitely been just every show, every movie, he has definitely been a support and just everything. But I am happy to say on this Black Excellence show, Tyler Perry has hit the charts. And a lot has happened with this man. As you all know, the last Medea movie was Medea Funeral, which was in March of this year. We're sorry to say the Medea had to be closed out. But Tyler Perry is going further and stronger. And I just want to read some things. And of course, we're going to get into some pictures, some videos that we got for you on tonight. But hear this. Tyler Perry has made history. Congratulations to Tyler Perry for becoming the first African American to own a brand new 330-acre studio in Atlanta, Georgia. Tyler Perry Studios is the only major film studio in the nation owned by an African American. And also, Tyler Perry has received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So, Tyler Perry, we definitely want to congratulate you on what you are doing in the society today. But, but, last weekend, I believe it was last Saturday, Tyler had a big extravaganza in Atlanta. He had one of the biggest nights that I was just say a night for Black Hollywood to just shine. And we have some amazing pictures. But again, Atlanta has become known as Black Hollywood because of Tyler Perry and this past weekend, which really made happen. Tyler has opened up a 330-acre film complex in the Fort McPherson area, which drew a, it drew a crowd. This gala was in Saturday with celebrities such as Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Cicely Tyson, Sidney Poitier, and many more artists. Also, this huge celebration was for the $250 million studio. Wow. And let me just say this. I'm going to throw this in there as well. Tyler Perry, this complex, believe it or not, this complex is bigger than Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California, Warner Brothers, and Paramount combined. So that right there, I'm just amazed on what, I'm just amazed. When I heard that, I just like, wow, 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 wow. But again, Tyler Perry is behind 22 movies, 20 plays, and 8 TV shows. And might I say, he is doing his thing. And, I'm going to just pause and just say, I just been a fan ever since Medea has came out. As we all know, Medea, and then the TV shows, The Have and the Have-Nots, and, Loving You Is Wrong, all those shows, and even to the plays. I just always look forward to the plays. But Tyler Perry he just laid the red carpet out, and I'm just so amazed at what I saw through social media, Facebook, Instagram, more likely Instagram. But we have some pictures. We have some pictures on tonight that, first off, as you all know, Malik Shabazz Sullivan is a fashion head. So I was caught by amazing styles and looks. Producer, let's roll the pics. Well, we're going to go ahead and start off a little early, but here are pictures of some of the celebrities that was at the gala on Saturday night. Here is a picture of the one and only Samuel L. Jackson and Miss Black Hollywood herself, Jennifer Lewis. That right there was taken at the gala. Let's move on to our next pic. Well, I guess he's going to kick off our fashion choice, but here is the first fashion choice on tonight, the one and only rap artist, Ludacris. Ludacris actually was the first person on Instagram that posted that, hey, I'm going to the Tyler Perry and opening and stuff, him and his wife. But Ludacris definitely was clean. That is a dapper look. Got the navy and the black going assembled, so that right there is sharp. So Ludacris definitely will kick off our fashion for the Tyler Perry thing. Let's move on to our next one. Yes, when I saw this, not only I loved it, but I just couldn't help myself but to get it on the show tonight. But here is the one and only legendary Patti LaBelle and the one and only Jennifer Hudson, and I guess they're at the mall But that is such a beautiful picture of them, and they are definitely fashioned up, and that right there is amazing. Let's move on to our next clip. You know, let me just say this. I love this lady, and this picture was taken on Sunday at the event, at the church event. But Cicely Tyson is 90 something years old, and she is still putting it down. But she was dressed all the way. As you can see, she's dressed in this beautiful pink hat and purple and black a symbol. But she was clean, and might I say, I enjoyed what she had in this picture. Let's move on to our next one. Tyler Perry had a daytime event in this picture. As you can see, he's spotted smiling amongst the fans at the Tyler Perry Studios. I believe it was a daytime event. I wish I had some information on it, but I don't. But Tyler Perry smiling among the fans and everyone that has came to the studios on that day, and they're just having fun, having a good time. Let's move on to our next one. Here is the one and only couple. I'll say this is one of the best couples that's still holding it down today. Will and Jada Smith. This picture was when they were together during the event at the gala. And I also, believe it or not, you know what? I'm gonna say this. There is a video of Will and Jada preparing themselves for the gala. So, producer, at this time, would you please play that video at this time?
So you got, you got your stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, we dress up nice. We clean up well.
When I saw that, I was like, wow, what a couple. But I love Will and Jada, and might I say, you guys looked awesome. Let's move on to our next one. Look at that. Look at that beautiful night. Fireworks. Just look how big that studio is. When I saw that, my mouth just dropped. But that was the grand opening of the Tyler Perry Studios. And might I say, it was awesome. It was so, so awesome. Yes, yes, I'm, still amazed. But producer, we're going back. And let's move on to our next one. This right here is a powerful, powerful picture. As you can see, it's Tyler Perry holding hands with Oprah and Cicely sitting down enjoying the Sunday service. And might I say, that was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That was a moment that will not, and yes, Tyler is, that's Sunday when they had service, and that's him. Want to have church and give God the glory. And, he did a Sunday brunch and he also did church. So I take my hat off to Tyler Perry for including the Lord's Day and church affiliated with his weekend event. And that is Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. And producer, coming back to me, Oprah has said something on Instagram that kind of caught my ears, and I believe she said it very, very well. So at this time, producer, can you please roll the footage of Oprah Winfrey at the Tyler Perry opening?
Tyler always begs us, dream bigger. What is Oprah's dream? What does it look like? Are you dreaming?
I want to hear this too.
Right.
I wanna
No,
hear
Does Oprah
no,
dream?
no, no. This is the truth. I live in God's dream for me. I live inside God's dream for me. And every day I wake up, I cannot believe that I live where I live. I look out at the ocean. I feel like I'm living inside God's dream for me. So what I try to do is to fulfill that dream through my physical body and my being, but I live inside God's dream for me.
Wow. Well, Oprah has said that she as also was alongside with Bishop T.D. Jakes, and we also have some pictures of them tonight as well. They were just so well dressed, and I just felt amazed by it. But we're going to roll on um, to those pictures. Yes, here is the one and only, the beautiful Jada Pinkett Smith and Jennifer Hudson. Here is a beautiful picture of legendaries CeCe and BB Winans and Gladys Knight as they took that at the inaugural gala of Tyler Perry Studios. Let's move on to our next one. The one and only, the beautiful Jill Scott was beautiful as ever, draped in black, and I just love that combination with the outfit, well, the over jacket that she had on that night. Very, very classic, very, very sassy. Move on to our next one. Yes, 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 yes. I have to put this out there. I so loved my Kojic aunties who came through on Sunday. Not only they were dressed up, but from what I was told, Dorinda, which is the one in the all pink, had gave an excellent performance at the Gospel Sunday event. And, Jackie was captured in a picture with Lady Ayana Van Zandt. I hope I said her name correctly. And they just look so beautiful. And shout out, even though I am a designer behind the Malik Show Live, but I personally want to give a shout out to the Mad Hatter Boutique Joyce Richardson in Atlanta, Georgia, for creating these headpieces for them. Shout out to you. And these are our Clark sisters. These are the Church of God in Christ's own Lady Karen Clark Sheard, Lady Jackie Clark Chisholm, Lady Dorinda Clark Cole, and Lady Twinkie Clark. Let's move on to our next one. The one and only Gladys Knight, legendary. She was beautiful, and I enjoyed what she had on. You know, something elegant and fancy, but it looked beautiful. Well, here is Tyler Perry alongside with Viola Davis, and Viola definitely has been an overnight sensation. Been, I have been a fan of hers since she played in The Help. And from that point on, she's just been making excellent movies. I know she did Fences with Denzel Washington, and might I say, she has been a firecracker. But here's a nice picture of her and Tyler Perry at the gala. Let's give a shout out to one of the greatest bishops on the face of this earth, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Bishop Jakes was there, and he was mighty dapper, and his gold sequins, black and white. So Bishop was very sharp, and hats go off to the one and only Bishop T.D. Jakes. Next one. The one and only singing sensation, Usher Raymond. Usher came on the spot, and he was mighty sharp. I will have to put him on live on tonight. Very clean and dapper for Usher, the one and only. Moving on to our next one. Can we just say black don't crack? But the one and only Halle Berry was there, and Halle looked so wonderful. As you know, I'd say this all the time. Halle just don't never age. I believe she's in her early 50s now, and she still looks like Losing Isaiah young. And what I mean by that is she still looks like she looked in Losing Isaiah young, and she just looked like she didn't age. But she's in a black ensemble with her hat, and she looks extremely gorgeous. So, Halle, I have to take my hat off to you on tonight. Moving on to our next one. The honoree himself, the man who made it all possible, Tyler Perry, was sharp. He had his all black with his white jacket on, so he was mighty clean. And he definitely had made it to our fashion choices on the gala on tonight. Moving on to our next one. Cicely Tyson, as you saw earlier in the show, she was dressed up for church, but she was dressed all the way for the gala. And might I say, Cicely she never disappoints. And I mean, 90-some years old, still looks good, still getting around, and dressed all the way up. So Cicely Tyson, I take my hat off to you, ma'am. Well job, well done. Let's move on to our next one. The beautiful singing sensation, Miss Kelly Rowland. Kelly was, I mean, she looked it beautiful. I love what she had on. It was very gowning, gownish. I say. I want to trying to get a word together, but Kelly looked amazing at the gala and very elegant and very sexy. Let's move on to our next. Oprah and the one and only Stedman. They were very sharp at the opening of the gala, and might I say, Oprah. I mean, I'm telling you, Oprah just looks just amazing. I mean, her whole assemble and Stedman is looking mighty sharp. So I might say that is very clean of both of them. Moving on to our next one. Loretta Devine, the mother of Hollywood. As you all know, Loretta Devine is, I'm going to just say for her, the mother of Hollywood, because any movie that she has played in, she's played somebody's mother, and might I say, she has just, she acted it out. But I like what she had on at that gala. I had to include her and Fashion Pick on tonight. Moving on to our next one. Listen, Beyonce was in the house. Beehive was in the house. And might I say, Beyonce came through. I mean, she looked gorgeous. And that whole gown and her hair was in a long ponytail. I mean, she gave it to the girls if you want the honest truth. But Beyonce was sharp. Beyonce is just one of a kind. But might I say, for the gala, she looked amazing. So Beyonce has definitely hit our fashion choice on tonight. Auntie Patti LaBelle, oh good God Almighty, she was dressed all the way up in her all black and her red inside cape. I mean, Auntie Patti then came through and her hair is laid. So I definitely have to give Auntie Patti LaBelle a shout out. And might I say, she looked just so beautiful on that red carpet. I mean, just so amazing. Moving on to our next. The Black Hollywood queen herself, Miss Jennifer Lewis. One thing I can say about Jennifer Lewis, she is one of a kind. I love her personality. I love how she carries herself, and she's real. And I have been following her lately on Instagram, and I'm just so inspired by her. I'm inspired by her piano playing. I'm inspired by her sense of humor, and she just tells it like it is. But I definitely love what she had on for the gala. Jennifer Lewis, ladies and gentlemen. History was made. Tyler Perry has done an amazing job, and might I say, he will forever be indebted. Um, but yet again, I want to read something, and then we're going to close out on our final and only show on tonight. But Tyler Perry Studios was built on the Fort McPherson military base, and as you all know, it was slaves. Slaves were on that base, and to have a black man own a studio on that property is just it's something. So like again, history was just made. But here is what Tyler Perry says, that it's only the beginning in this historic studio. He told Gayle King in his CBS This Morning interview, "I tell you what I'm excited about. Next is that pulling this next phase off is building a compound for trafficked women, girls, homeless women, LGBTQ youth who are put out and displaced, and having a compound that is a beautiful place, right, where somewhere on these 33 acres where they were trained in the business and they become self-sufficient. They live in nice apartments, they are in daycares. There are all these wonderful things that allow them to re-enter society and pay it forward again." Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, we're 2 minutes in our show, but might I say this? I'm just thinking that I'm just thankful that, for this man Mr. Tyler Perry, to do this. I mean, you have made America proud, but you definitely have made Black excellence proud. And Mr. Perry, this is my message to you as I am live. I do want to thank you for influencing and encouraging me, a 28-year-old young man from Washington, D.C., Maryland suburb. But, it's a lot to do and take, but definitely with Tyler Perry, he definitely said you got to keep it moving. You got to stay in the race. You can't give up. It's hard work, but might I just say am just so encouraged on tonight. I am influenced on tonight, and just by all of this good things that you're doing for the community, not just for you and your reputation and stuff, but for the community and reaching out to the people and stuff. That is so awesome. And might I say, I am very proud of you, Mr. Tyler Perry. And might I say, Black excellence will continue to stay and move forward. So, yet again, I am just thankful. I'm so thankful to have this topic on the show on tonight. Well, we're 50 some seconds into our show, but I thank you all for watching the Malik Show live on tonight. Again, if I had a guest, we probably would run over time, but that is okay. But you come and tune with us next week. We have an amazing special guest that will be on the Malik Show live. And also, soon we are approaching the holidays and stuff, so we're looking forward for some holiday shows. The Kojic Holy Convocation in St. Louis is coming up, so we have more information. And we'll be talking more about the meeting and fashion and speakers and all of there is to come with that. But I thank you all for watching and supporting the Malik Show Live. Again, thank you all for your love and your support on the 1-year anniversary show that we've had. It was awesome. But again, thank you all for watching. God bless you. This is yours truly, Malik Shabazz Sullivan, Black Excellence. Until next time.